It's my first time hearing them. That's a hell of a band. That was a great band. All right, before we bring out our final wonderful performer tonight, an apology for my evil twin brother, Brad, who was hosting earlier, who mispronounced, the final performer's name. So I've had a word with him backstage, and we took care of that. Leah V is from the Bronx. It's a cheap applause getter, but it works. Wherever you mention someone's from, they usually get some applause. She is the poet in residence for the Inspired Word NYC series, and she is indeed a poetess extraordinaire. Please welcome Leah V.
Have you guys enjoyed the show so far? Let's give it up one time for Justin Grata and the Melissa June Band. It is an absolute honor to share the stage with them. And one time for Michael Geffner and Marvin for putting together the Inspired Word, for being my mentor, and for having us up here. Let's give it up for them, please. I won't talk too much, Mike. I won't talk too much, Mike. Do you guys know that scene in 8 Mile when at the very end where Eminem decides to instead of he's in the rap battle and he decides to just lay all his truth bare as opposed to coming at the opponent. Right, it's a great part. That scene always reminds me of this Audre Lorde quote. That was my cousin, definitely. Isa! Where she says, "Nothing that I accept about myself can be used against me." So with that being said, I have had a little bit of a difficult year. Got myself into some trouble when I shouldn't have. Had a little bit of a mental collapse and made some great poetry with it. As we do, bad for the heart, good for the art, all right? So that being said, I wanted to do exactly that. I wanted to lay all my truth bare with all of you tonight. I wanted to embark on a journey with you. And, you know, I can confidently say as I navigate through this existence that I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea, but you all listening to me and taking the time to be here and to hear these little words and rhymes of mine, that makes me feel like a reason in a body. So I wanted to thank you for that. And I wanted to thank you for helping me heal as I am going to do tonight, and as I am promising to you and to my family and to everybody near and dear to me that I will continue to conquer the arts of healing. So without further ado, this piece is called 3 a.m. This is dedicated to my sister. This cliche 3 a.m. artistry shit kills me. You mean to tell me there's a certain hour as in something concocted, as in someone decided, as in time isn't real, that'll trigger my mental to release seemingly sudden tucked away thought? A reveal of secrets, rather? You mean to tell me there's a designated hour that allows a human to feel so at peace, or perhaps so isolated, that said human is able to delve into their submental and willingly bring their most harrowing hidden places into the general public's thinning view? Because I'm here, and it's 3. And let me tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking lyrical deprivation. And I'm thinking of this blessed articulation. And I'm thinking of physical sensation driving conscious calibration. And I'm thinking of earth evil so real, we're nearly enamored by the historic significance. Shout out to our president. And I'm thinking phases of transition, and I'm thinking contemplation, and I'm over drinking my contemplation, overthinking my sinking affirmations, and I'm thinking the easy way out. Following elevated linguistic hopscotch, I'm thinking the easy way out. I'm thinking I'm blessed, I should bow out. I'm thinking this right here is the top of the sanctuary that is my ability to place permanence. And I'm thinking I'm not worth this. And I'm thinking I've got infinite verses and eternal expression, yet I'm still questioning my very own purpose. And I'm thinking my pain stain never subsided and it nurtures my narcissism. And I'm thinking this vast vocabulary won't swoop in with a glimmering cape as me, the mortal, gapes. And I'm thinking I've released too much. And I'm thinking as I leave, whenever it is that may be, I'm thinking 3 a.m. strangles me until I'm begging for body space deprivation and reincarnation. And I'm thinking I need to be touched. My Jesus is another flesh against mine. And I'm praying to whoever, whatever, she ever is responsible for your skin encompassing my useless figure. And I'm thinking there is no reason, there is no hour. There are pores and follicles and atoms enclosed onto that of another, feeding off human withering. And I'm thinking when I doubt my existence, I'm thinking I need to be touched. I'm thinking we need to be touched. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, this next piece is called To Find His Neruda. Cease fire for a moment of feminine frequency, won't you? Won't you let the facade rest? Recognize the redemption I offer you as I'm over you, under you, atop this eternal hustle. Jobs, journeys, justice, art, and a neglected heart. And who's hearing your heart? Who's hissing at your aches? Because I sense hunger, but never vulnerability. No tranquility, certainly no forbidden fragility. Sensibility, yes, but sensitivity, never. Let me bear your bones. Fuck these traditional zones, these zonings that tear two from you, that tear tender tears from your work. Why won't you let me feel you hurt? Let your guard hang low the same way your boys throw those verbal blows with force. And why is it that you fear a change in discussion? What we need is a change in overbearing percussion, because it's okay to express and humans feel in excess, and you can still hold my interest without physical assistance. And why is it that we as women wash ourselves away in hopes that men may enter sacred space, yet men blockade in hopes that unspoken thought might simply fade? I crave caresses of your past, but you push past it. Place that brave face on and fasten that fake ferocious exterior. And all I desire is to break through that deflection, that deception forming mass disaffection. Let your tears fall and I'll swallow them all. Envelop your brawl when what you need is to crawl. Memorize that silent squall. I promise you masculinity isn't always so tall. Boy talk won't match breath into breasts, cheek against rib cage and skin like sage seeping through third eyes, satisfying untouched feelings as we decalcify because, listen, I can unlace your kicks and unlace society's dictation. Release your fists and media's unfitting persuasion. You don't need brash calls to address each occasion. Your voice can be small and still create an abrasion. Be conscious of tone. There's no need for invasion. And competitive nature does not nurse necessary salvation. Let me state that again. Competitive nature does not nurse necessary salvation. Enough with the volatile violence, the volume and harsh vehemence, this victorious obsession and perpetual aggression. Lay in comfort beside me. Let go of that pride for me. It's time to confide in me. Love verified by me. No ulterior motives or motifs applied by me. And with saltwater eyes beside me, your machismoism is still testified by me. But I'm pleading for you to listen to yourself. Neruda wrote, Yo te encontré después de la tormenta, which means I found you after the storm. And I wrote, Y aquí permanecemos, which means, and here we remain. Thank you. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I got a couple more for you. Hello? 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 Can you guys hear me? Still there? This piece is called The Love Song of Vanessa L.G. with apologies to T.S. Eliot. Do I dare disturb the universe? Whiskey has slid down deep depths of me, forcing fake, foolish flails and falls. Candy-flavored shots have shot up my insides, crept up my limbs, and pounded against my skull, attempting to stop, drop the thoughts I swallow in hopes of saving. Foam atop clouded brown has sizzled in red solos as my ability to understand has, until it all becomes black and the demon that is me drunk wakes up dazed in inebriated haze. It's just a phase, I lie. Do I dare disturb the universe? Clear, creamy, crystallized colors of chastity have chastised me, eased my esophagus and entered my brain, electrified my senses, sensed my weakness, wooed my reality, and ruptured my listlessness. Sweet, sour powder has paraded all pain and tricked me into vibrance. The supposed time of my life was falsely arranged by what? By what is taught with terrific detail not to be taken, and I've shaken with shivers, pure black pupils shrinking, and I've waited, scared and scattered under cold covers for miserable aftermath to escape me. Do I dare disturb the universe? Hands have slid slowly over another me, slime-ridden and rudely relaxed. They found secret sides of me and I've let them, sunk into my temple, blind to my blur, or they knew and gnawed anyway, because either way I let them. Permitted persecution, penetration and relation and strong sinful sensation, impossible creation. Creation? Was there protection? Was there affection? I let them. Do I dare disturb the universe? These words are not weapons, neither are they tears. I don't want help, I don't want better health, I don't want heaven and trust I've made my own hell. I merely want the reality of memory to puncture paper, to prove that paradise and pain may be one and the same. I want all of my shame to shriek through speakers so that ears surrounding, or maybe so that one soul can finally and honestly know what I have done and the difference between what I have done, who I am, and who I plan to become. Do I dare disturb the universe? sorry, Alfred, but coffee spoons hardly suffice. Do I dare disturb the universe? And in short, afraid is not a word I would use. Do I dare disturb the universe? Scattered claws and ragged seas aren't my scene. Do I dare disturb the universe? Yes, I do. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I have one more for you that's brand spanking new. I have a lot of Gonzalez women from my family in the audience right now. And this is for you and you and you and you and you and you and you. All right, this piece is called Donceas. All of the maids in Manhattan, Siamese twinned together and robotically moving in unison. Donceas like rockets kicking dust and dead socks up. All those merry maids on the move, ducking and weaving through recently renovated linoleums. All those thick tongues so they stay silent unless they're back on the block ladies. The ones in plain sight who hide from ridiculous rights. All them, fuck a Mr. Cleaner, this be misconspicuous, spotless goddess. Those warriors never stamped who hardly stand a chance. The woman sealed in sacrifice in order to well round our existence. I swear only they compare. You put my mother, my sister, and me in an untouched library laced with lice, traces of mice, soiled ties, stained rye, oversized dust hidden in undersized rust. The whole room sus. Just watch how we navigate that war. Watch the divinity of Fabulosa all over crooks and crevices, miraculous miracles as unmesses. Watch the Gleam team reign supreme on the pledge floor scheme. Watch as Tito Puente moves mommy into magician mode as she decodes furniture, creates centerpieces of broken wreaths, grandiose displays of paper clips and papers dipped in scraps of used notebooks. Watch as she arranges too many instruments into exhibits she knows will pivot in palms as she salsas all over my father, all over Willie Colon. She never misses a beat. Suddenly, the most convoluted space makes neat. She sees things crowd and creates crowns, puts it down with the cluster. Now watch while we shift to my sister as she musters. All things suddenly luster as she thrusts dust into bluster. She's got boya marinating. She's spitting biggie while cooking, washing clothes while hooking, pots to their places, making space in all napes. And Amy serenades me as I move mountains to mop tops. We're all prancing, creating backdrops, recalling articles, recalling chronicles of when we had less. When it was buses and frozen meals, cause mommy worked overtime, cause Aitza made 2 more humankinds. We've been trained as caregivers, soldiers of servitude. I swear my mother will suggest the shirt off her back after forcing upon you a baked goods attack. I've seen my sister take out the last of what she had, place it on a plate, and yelled, "Eat it," in my face. And this keeping of house makes me reflect. It makes me depict my ancestors, calloused, corroded, and singing sweetness, cutting sweet sticks along the island all the same. As they stared out into the sea, colonized by Spain, followed by good old American Joe, when the sand between their toes felt less free than it had before, when they struggled with the sounds of uncertain, closed-curtain, illogical Ingles, when they began to change the way they dressed, when they didn't realize as citizens they remained oppressed, when they were sexualized and used, labeled stupid yet pursued, when San Juan became the Bronx, when the back door became the front, did they ever imagine, did they ever think it could be our floors that we scrubbed, Our very own tiles rubbed, rubbing past the falsified foreign identity of Mrs. Liberty wearing Uggs, past that D train toward us. We hold magic. Anything you can do, we can do bleeding. Anything you can do, we can do beating. Eggs for entire elaborate guest lists of our own meetings. The men in our era make space for us. En nuestra familia, the patriarchy moves aside the wage gap and cares for us even when we can't move aside our pride to ask. My father worships the woman he wed. They act as a unit so fluid that I can't tell one without the other expecting to address the cover with me directly. The roles we hold reek of respect. We never neglect the needs of one another because we know we're stronger together than alone, and fighting white America as a whole been the goal. And since 18, we brought it to the polls. And we brought it to the other poles. The ones that hold palms as you walk upstairs. Mira, Leah, don't forget that spot over there, my mother reminds me. We've been cleaning. It's in our blood to scrub. They call me a spick, and I scrub that. Compared me to Sofia Vergara, and I scrub that. Listen, my tongue contains multitudes. My linguistic skill is overused. I does that. Gonzalez woman hit you with the English, Spanish, Spanglish, Ebonics, Latin root, all while hovering over hot food. We bounce back. We cater. We carry. We clean. We never concede, and we attack eloquently. So it's best you bless yourself by letting us out of that box before we break out. We got numbers. Largest growing population in New York City. So build your walls, and our Lysol disinfectant wipes will ruin by rubbing you off, and then we'll walk down collegiate aisles, all smiles, all educated and dedicated to our people. But what do I know? I'm just a New Yorican chick on all fours on the floor, answering my Saint Mother's call, not being able to recall the last time I got that corner of the hallway. We got magic. We stem from soil. My mother, the sun, and my sister, the water. So watch me make corruption weep. Watch as I seep into society. Watch as I blossom into my ancestors' wildest dreams. Qué bonita bandera. We sing as we clean, clean, clean. Thank you. My name is Leah B, everybody. Thank you very much.
That's not enough. How about another hand for Leah V? I believe those are for you.
Thank you.
A couple of... As I was listening all tonight to the thoughtful words of Justin Grata, the amazing music of the Melissa June Band, and of course this amazing performance by Leah V, I thought this is the type of night that makes New York, New York. And that is a beautiful thing. A special thank you to Shannon on the sound tonight. Did a terrific job, and none of this happens without hearing the sound. Thank you to the Triad, this beautiful, beautiful venue. And Michael Geffner, sports journalism's loss has been the inspired word New York City's gain. Thank you.
I know Bud for over 35 years. When we were both had normal hair.
Younger.
He had black hair, I had brown hair. Please give it up. This is his first time hosting for us. He's going to be back. I love Bud. Bud Mishkin, please. Justin Grata, where are you? Come to the stage. The Melissa June Band. Where is the Melissa June Band? Melissa June Band. Where is the band? I have Melissa June, but not the band. Where is the band? So just to let you know, this is really good news. We are now considered one of the signature events of this place, the Triad Theater. So we'll be back. We will be back here every single month. We're going to have Melissa June Band back on April 20th. And I guarantee we will have Leah V back and Justin Grata back. Give it up for all these guys. We are celebrating 9 years of doing this, and I want to make one last shout out. Marvin Menlinger, who's been with me side by side for 9 years. We're not getting any younger. But we are going to do this until we drop. Okay? Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. That's it. You could all go home now.